I know people are talking about toxic masculinity as if this is a bad thing. But I want to talk about it today because I went to the gun range earlier today with a group of my friends. And man, first of all, very jealous that they are way better at shooting at a very far distance than me. I mean, but then again, in my defense, they've been shooting for a very long time. You know, they've been shooting since they've been kids. I didn't get a chance to do it until I was in college. But I love the dynamics between myself and them. And I noticed that you have men who are just comfortable being men. And let me also make something clear because I think some people are misunderstanding me in reference to the characteristics of men who are in an alpha state, a dominant state. You don't have to be loud and boisterous and overbearing. That doesn't make you an alpha necessarily. There's about four of us, three guys and me, okay, that went to the shooting range earlier this morning. And out of all four of us, John, okay, that's not his real name. I'm protecting my friends' names. John is the quiet one, but he's the dangerous one. I would, we fear John. John don't go, alpha, alpha. He doesn't do that. He doesn't. You don't even know he's in the group because he's quiet. I call his ass the silent killer. You tell a joke, he'll laugh. If you want to pass, if he wants the salt and is beside you, he'll say, "Can you pass me the salt there, please?" He'll do that, but he's not talkative. He is not the one who's outgoing. He's not going to bring attention to himself, but he's very observant, very quiet. The rest of us are like, but out of all of us, John is the deadliest one. Okay, not going to tell his business because these are things you can look up. But John steps up to the plate every time. He doesn't even hesitate. He step up to the plate every time. When something needs to be done, he does it. When he sees one of us about to go down the wrong path, he'll wait till everybody else say their opinion, and then when there's when there's a silence, we're breaking the conversation with a silence, he'll go, "Well, if you ask me," and then he begins to talk. Another silent person, and I love this man. I love him so much. Y'all hear me talk about him all the time because he lives on my street. Is Sarge. Now, I love talking about Sarge because Sarge is funny. Sarge stayed to himself. Sarge lived by himself. Sarge is dangerous. I told you things that Sarge has done. Okay, remember I told you guys, I said Sarge and somebody tried to break into Sarge's house and he shot him and then waited for a while to call the police. And then he made some coffee first before he called the police. But, I mean, here's the thing. He put a pot, he put some grinds in the filter, put the pot put water into the thing. I think that's how you doing it. Put the pot, I'm not a coffee drinker, so I don't know. Then he went and got his lawn chair and put it by the guy's bleeding body, begging for him to call the police and call an ambulance or something. He's like, "I don't think you're gonna make about that police here." Sarge is also an alpha, and he's very dominant. But also, Sarge is crazy, and he's my type of crazy. Sarge is my type of crazy. Now, here's the thing. These men are quiet, and I don't want to give this impression that masculine men, dominant men, alpha men, these men have to be boisterous. They have to put themselves out there. No, that's not it. Look at what they do. Look at what they say. Look at how they behave. And I would have to say, for the most part, women, for the most part, we love this. For the most part. You have women who have this vendetta against men, and they want to control them and suppress them and make them submit to their will. Well, here's the thing. These women have an issue with being women. So therefore, they don't like the powers that we as women have. That are not equal. It's not about no equality. None of us are equal. Please stop thinking that. None of us are equal. None of us. Some have advantages, some don't. Some have disadvantages, some don't. It's just how life is. But when these people grow up privileged, or these people grow up salty, that they were given the wrong hand, a bad hand, not the wrong hand, and they don't know how to play that hand to their advantage, I think, for the most part, they're just out for vengeance against men. We have women like myself who love masculine men. What they call it, toxic masculinity. I love toxic masculinity, Gunny. I love it. I love it when these guys open the door for me, when these guys are polite and they say, excuse, when they in a grocery store. Now, this is something you'll never find in the hood, honey. Let me tell you something. This is why I don't deal with it. When I'm being in my area, if I'm in the grocery store and I'm standing a further distance from a food item that I'm looking at, when somebody walks in front of me, they go, excuse me. Not in the hood. And I think understanding that not now, it's been that way for a long, long time. I think ever since the mid 60s, where you have women, black women are now in charge of the black community. Hence why the black community is terrible. It's toxic. It's degrading. It's just messed up, dysfunctional, and all those things. Because when you allow women to take those type of positions, and they'll never give it up. Here's why I don't deal with the black community. I'm like, dude, If you're here from the black community, we have nothing to discuss. I got away from you Negroes as fast as I could. And I'm not coming back. Because you have allowed someone, a group of a gender, to destroy a community. And it ain't the white man's fault. God, man. But anyway, I can always tell the behavior of certain men, and it's always based upon culture. And although I am black, I have left the black community, which means I have nothing to do with black culture. Now, does that mean that that culture has a lot of toxic things going on with it? Is the only culture that has a lot of things toxic going along with it? No, absolutely not. Because I wouldn't want to deal with a trailer park culture either. Okay? I think when women try to, actually they're not trying, they're really succeeding. When they're succeeding in conquering men, they, along with that house, their family, is now imbalanced. And and this is the reason why I will talk well about a man's masculine role. I will promote it, and it's very important to me that you all understand it. You don't have to be lifting two times your body weight to be considered a masculine man. It's about your character. And if my past videos gave you the indication that, quiet men can't be dominant and alpha, let me make it clear. No. I can tell by their actions, by the things they say, by the things they do. If I'm arguing with a guy, or I'm having a debate or a discussion, and it's like I'm talking to a woman, you are a bitch. You are a bitch. And then it's going to register in my head like, oh my God, I'm talking to women. with a penis. Okay, let's be honest. Okay, let's understand that. So that's something I just want to make clear. This is going to be a quick video. I just wanted to say that I really enjoyed my times with my friends, and I just observed all of us. And I would have to say the most dominant man, saying, amongst my male friends, was the quiet one. I would have to say he is a sniper, trained in Marines. Okay, um, he's just great, but he's really quiet. And then I realized my quiet neighbor, he too is nothing to play with. So I like that quiet but deadly type of mentality. And so it does not necessarily mean, it's just about your actions. So women, if you're listening to me, don't expect all dominant men. Everybody has a different personality, but you have to look at what they say, how they say it, what they do, okay? And you can also have insecure dominant men. Like Kanye West is a famous person, the best person I can say is like that. He's insecure, very insecure. I mean, when he told me, I had to get liposuction because I didn't want y'all to talk about me. I'm like, really, nigga? You really gonna tell people about your liposuction surgery? He's so insecure and immature, but he's alpha, and he's the type of alpha man no alpha woman gonna want. You know what I'm saying? We don't want to deal with that. So you have maybe I need to do a video on the different types of alphas and the different types of betas. I think that's what I'm gonna do. Yeah, I'll do that. I'll do that sometime next week. And I did not forget, someone in my chat, in the comment section, wanted me to do a video about some insecurities and how do you deal with that. I have not forgotten about you. I will definitely do a video about that too. All right. That's all I gotta say. Later, taters.